Go ahead. What did you like the most about the way this team clicked in the preseason?
I just like how we transferred what we worked on in training camp to the preseason games. I like everybody's energy, so we were all on the same page. We focused on the details every day and got better from each game.
When you've been playing as long as you have, do you get the first game butterflies and excitement still?
Yeah, it's a little bit. Excited for a new season. Anxious to get started. So yeah, you get a little excited, but once the ball's tipped up and the season's underway, it's pretty smooth from there.
Are you excited to see what this team can do?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, I like who we are as a group. We work extremely hard every day as a team and as individuals. So I want to see that come to fruition on the court, and we get better as the season progresses.
What did you think of Reed's progression in training camp and then the preseason?
I love what Reed was throughout the training camp and preseason. Last game, it kind of came all together with how aggressive he was on both ends of the floor. I think he had about 4 or 5 steals, but scoring the ball early for us and kind of set the tone. We're playing our second unit, some of the guys in the third unit, and they came out there and set the tone and was able to beat make it a good game or beat a good first unit team. So. It's preseason, but it's stuff that we can learn from.
People have been noticing Jabari Smith Jr., kind of shadowing you a lot during workouts pregame. What's that relationship like, and is that kind of true?
I wouldn't say it's shadowing, not at all. We worked out a few times together more than anything, but I worked out with Tari and Twin and, and most of the guys too. So, no, I wouldn't say it's shadowing me at all. Jabari is figuring out what type of player he wants to be, and I think he's growing fast, and I think he wants to be his own player, much so to try to be, another version of another guy, So, but it's always good to get out on the floor and bounce ideas off your teammates.
When you're up close with him now, what's the thing that's impressed you most after a few weeks with him?
It's professionalism on top of just his talent and skills. Being able to be that size, can shoot the basketball, strong, can post up. Got an old school type of game, So, but his mentality and how he comes to work every day is something that stood out the most.
We've seen you operate in a traditional lineup in your first game, game 2, and then game 3 they went with the jumbo lineup. Do you prefer one over the other, and does it change how you prepare or where you like to be on the court?
No, I don't change. I've been trying to adapt to anything my whole career, whatever lineup, whatever side of the floor, either level, 3-point line, at the rim, midi. I just try to adapt to anything. So it don't matter what lineups we throw out there. I trust coach and the coaching staff to maximize every player. So we'll see what happens throughout the season. I'm sure we'll have to play different types of ways, but I think we're all ready for it.
Where do you feel like you guys are as far as figuring out everybody's role on offense?
It's early. We haven't played a regular season game yet. It's a long year. We've been going to be around each other for 6-7 months. So it's an ongoing process, I think, and guys are going to get more comfortable once they understand truly how they're supposed to approach a game every night. So it might take a couple of weeks or a couple of months for each one of us to understand our place. But in the meantime, we play together and we communicate and continue to lean on each other. That transition can be a little easier.
This is far from your first time going back to OKC. I'm just curious, are there any people in the arena, any employees, anyone that you like to see when you go back to that arena, anything like that?
No.
I'm sure there's a lot, but if you had to pick one thing that you guys have to do in order to be successful this season, what would you pick?
Just pretty much every coach and player is going to say, I think it's cliche, but it holds true. Defensively, rebounding the basketball, having more possessions than your teammates. I think that's the key to winning and setting your offense up to reach its full potential. So we're going to try our hardest to get stops and rebound and get out and run.
His overall speed has been a big thing over the years. How important is the pace in the half court, especially in this big lineup?
Pace is always good. Getting the ball up the court as fast as you can, but then once you're on the other end of the court, you don't try to move too fast. Sometimes moving too fast, you can play in crowds and get turnovers. So I'm just trying to find that balance of, moving in a hurry, trying to find, openings, pretty quickly, but also playing at a nice pace.
Are you a guy that sets individual goals for yourself before every season?
Yeah, most definitely. I got a standard that I hold myself to since I've been playing basketball, So I know what I bring to the table, and I know what I've been consistently doing for the last decade and a half. So it's just about being a great teammate every day, being coachable and making shots and guarding my man, as simple as that is, So I try to be at that level every night.
It's not specific numbers that you want to hit or anything?
I want to make all my shots, So that's really the bar for me is being perfect. I'm shooting 100% from the field. And If you can fall underneath that, you pretty much score, a lot of points. So I just try to be efficient with all my shots, and if I get a lot of them, try to make all of them. That's simple.